Yo, what's up, guys? We're live again. We're doing another betting stream. This week we got UFC 313. We got Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev. They're finally going to get it done. I feel like we've been talking about this fight, thinking about this fight as MMA fans for a long time now, man. So, best of the best, seeing each other at light heavyweight finally. How you feeling about it, Fitz? And how you doing, bro?
Doing good. I mean, this is the most excited I've been for a fight. I was thinking about it. Probably Max and Ilya I was about this hype for, but this is to me, as good as it gets. Obviously, Poatson's probably number one star in the sport right now, if you ask me. John Jones, obviously, but dude, he has some serious star power, and Ankalaev's by far the dark horse of the division. Someone I think could have been a champ a long time ago and gets his shot again here. I can't wait.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, Alex, I was looking, dude. He had 4 title wins last year. I mean, when's the last person that's done that? He might be the only one. Because I was looking at all the a lot of people. I mean, I didn't look at everyone, but no one was even close to 4 title wins in a year. I think Izzy had 2, and Alex might have had 3. But yeah, I think he's like one of the only ones that's done that. So he's keeping his name, out there. He's staying active, and now he's talking about all these other fucking fights if he can win
Yeah, I
this
mean,
one.
if
So
he
it's
wins
like,
this, the sky is the limit.
yeah, man.
If he
Especially,
wins this, he's gonna really go to a whole different level of superstardom.
what do you think about the whole? If you got an opinion on it, the Turkey Al Sheik and Dana White coming together, trying to do this boxing thing, where it seems like they're gonna make the Ring magazine title, try to make it at least the title, and take away the power of the other title belts and kind of make that the premier belt. You even saw at the face-offs with Canelo and whoever the fuck the guy he's fighting. I can't even remember his name. Skull. You saw Turkey Al Sheik when they were gonna bring Canelo's belts, the WBC belt and the WBO. In the picture, he told him not to bring those belts. He only wanted the Ring magazine belt. So it seems like they're going to use that same kind of model as UFC, where they're going to use the Ring magazine belt as the UFC quasi UFC belt for boxing. And what do you think about that? You feel like they should do these crossover type of fights, like Alex versus Usyk, or they should try to make it more best of the best fighting in boxing and do it that way?
I mean, for me, I don't mind Alex versus Usyk just because I think if Alex wins here, um, they're gonna. What's the next fight for him in the UFC? John Jones. I want to see Jones versus Aspinall. So
Yeah.
selfishly, I say let Pereira go fight Poatan, go sell a million pay-per-views there, and have Joan fight Aspinall. But you already know if Alex wins this, they're doing John Jones versus Alex. I think it's almost no question, dude. If
Oh,
he wins this fight here, I think I don't. Dana doesn't. As much money as the Turks looking to throw at him. Dana and John, they think that's huge.
yeah, you see it too, like on ESPN and everything. Like Stephen A. Smith was talking about John Jones versus Pereira and all that with Dana White. So they're not even bringing up Aspinall's name whatsoever. So he's not really. It seems like, at least like in the mainstream type of thing, he's not there yet. Like in that picture with those guys, where it's like it's an appealing fight for us. But if they want to make like a blockbuster fight, it's definitely that's the only fight UFC could really make right now that I feel like is like a crossover fight, man. It's like UFC right now. I don't think they have a lot of stars, so I agree. I think they got to do those type of fights at this moment. That kind of, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like, who else can they make a fight with where it's like ESPN will care about it and all that, like at this time right now?
Not too many, and it's kind of been
Yeah.
that way for a while, especially since Connor hasn't been fighting as much. I think we might get the next emergence. Eugene Silva, I mean, he's gotta be getting close. If
He's
he
got he's got to speak better English. I guess it doesn't matter with you see Alex Pereira. So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess he'd have to beat like someone up there though.
I mean, think without Ilya in the division, think theoretically, I mean, he beats Bryce, he's right there, dude, probably one away from a title shot.
Yeah, yeah. If he beat Bryce, he'd probably I don't know, fight someone in the top 10 at that point, right? Is
It's hard
Bryson
to
in
get a
the top
title
10?
shot though at featherweight. I mean, now it might be a little different, but you got guys like Lerone Murphy, Arnold Allen, Evloev.
Yeah, even like Pitbull and Yair they were at that press conference, those two. So that would be a cool fight too, Pitbull versus him. But yeah, man, let's get into this 313 card. So first fight tonight we got Jordan Santos, another Brazilian guy. It seems like there's a lot of like Brazilian people coming in the UFC again and trying to become, big time stars. So what do you think about Santos? You think he is the real deal, or you think he is going to get exposed here by Ozzy?
I think he's solid. I'm not too high on either of these. This is overall a pass for me. I will pick Santos to win KO or decision, but not confident. I think this is a pretty low level fight for me, by far the lowest level fight on the whole card. I want to see how Santos looks in his UFC debut, but I definitely pick him to win. I don't think Ozzy Diaz is UFC level in my opinion.
Yeah, I think this fight is just an underfight. I actually, I saw I guess there's on FanDuel, you see the minus 180, but fight doesn't go to decision. I kind of like that because Diaz, I don't think he's ever been out of the second round, if I am correct. And with Jordan Santos, the majority of his fights and inside the distance, I feel like UFC debut for Santos. Ozzy got KO'd bad in his debut. I just feel like there's going to be a finish here. So I kind of like that fight not to go to decision. But yeah, man, the next fight on the card, short notice fight, Chris Gutierrez versus Castaneda. Even money line. I actually like Chris Gutierrez in this fight, though. Tell me, I mean, after I do my breakdown, you think I'm a little bit too confident on him, but I just feel like you look at Castaneda, he has that blitzer style. You saw his last fight, Daniel Marcos shut it down with the kicks. He landed a lot of leg kicks and really kind of nullified a lot of Castaneda's style. And I think Castaneda maybe could get takedowns, but Gutierrez, he's fought a lot of guys that try to take him down. He's gotten better at getting back up, and I think that he can negate a lot of the grappling. Even if he's taken down, I don't think he is in danger of being finished or beat up too bad necessarily. And I think that he could do the more damage on the feet. So I like Gutierrez in this one. I actually like him to land over 67.5 significant strikes. That's on DraftKings. So what do you think about it? You agree, or you got Castaneda here?
Yeah, I like Castaneda, but not in this fight. I think Gutierrez, I was a little surprised when I first saw the line. I thought Gutierrez would be a bigger favorite. I guess some people are thinking that he's going to be Castaneda is going to be able to get takedowns, I would guess, because I think Gutierrez is a much better striker. I know sometimes he's very one-dimensional with the calf kick, but I think he'll find a home here. I think he'll be a lot better mover here, and I like him to win a decision. I don't think you're wrong to be confident on this play at all, because I like it too. I'll be betting on Gutierrez and Gutierrez decision.
All right, nice. Yeah, actually got plus money on Chris Gutierrez when I bet him, which I was surprised
Nice.
by that. So now you got minus 115. I still think there's some value there though. So I like Gutierrez to get that job done. But yeah, man. Next fight, Francis Marshall versus Myron Santos. What do you think about this one?
I think this is a really good fight. Francis Marshall, since moving down to American Top Team, I think has made improvements, and now he's fighting again at 145. So I think he is definitely live for the upset. But Marion Santos, to me is a pretty complete prospect, dude. He looks really good coming off the contender, coming off the Ultimate Fighter. Obviously, the champion knocked out Con Offley. He was taken down though several times in this fight before the championship against I think Guillermo Torres in the house. Went to the third round, very close fight. So I mean, if I'm saying what side the value's on, it's definitely Francis Marshall. I'm very close to picking him. I might pull the trigger tomorrow. I like the plus 3.5. I think he can definitely get one round in. That's on DraftKings minus 105. I think that's a good line. It's just hard to pick against someone like Myron Santos when he looks as good as he did. He's huge for the division and super powerful. He's just a scary guy to bet against. But at the line here, it's very tempting.
Yeah, and this line has came down a little bit because Francis Marshall is around like almost plus 300 earlier in the week, and I just feel like that line is off. I think it should be closer to maybe Marshall like plus 150 because when you're looking at the matchup, I mean Marshall is definitely fought and beaten the better guys by far. I feel like there's no argument there. He has more UFC experience and he can wrestle, which is what Myron has struggled with. Like you said, he had that fight that was close on Ultimate Fighter. If you look at the one loss recently that he had was against Dan Argueta, and in that fight he got taken down and finished on the ground. So I think Marshall is live here for sure. And it's just going to come down to if what he could do with the takedowns. Is he going to take a ton of damage on the feet and then just get some control time with no damage off? If he does that, he's definitely not going to win the decision. So he's going to have to either get the takedowns earlier and, increase that control time, or do damage or get the back or do something threatening when he gets the takedowns to get the win, But I think that he could win a round and for sure and make it competitive. And
So
he's
you
a
like
young
that
guy.
plus 3.52 on DraftKings?
Yeah, I think that's good. It's just the only thing that I don't like about those plus 3.5s, I guess, it doesn't matter because if you bet on Francis, it's the same thing. But if he gets knocked out, you're gonna lose, But yeah, I feel like the value's on the underdog in that one, and all these guys that come off Ultimate Fighter, like, not a lot of them have been like super great recently. Like even you saw, I don't know if he was the last winner, but Ricky Tercios, he was like minus 400 in his first UFC fight versus Eamon Zahabi, and he lost. So could be a similar scenario type of thing. But next fight, we got Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal, and veteran fight. Carlos Leal, he's not a UFC veteran, but he's fought all over. He's older, and he's a huge favorite here. I mean, I don't know if you could do much with that line, but I think Morono's just kind of, I don't think he's totally washed, but he's still fighting younger, or kind of still more in prime guys, and I think he should be fighting older guys.
Even when he's fighting older guys, he's kind of losing too, like to Nico Price. He's struggling as a read, and I think that's why the line is. But I mean, to me, it's a little bit of a ridiculous line. I'm not going to pick Morono. I'm not saying there's any value because I think Leal, should be able to storm past him. I don't know if he knocks it. You think he can get a knockout?
I mean, I think it's, if he wins, I think there's a decent chance he'll knock him out. Yeah, if you look at a lot of Morono's losses in UFC, he's got it knocked out quite a few times, But I mean, because if it goes to decision, I think that line's going to be way off. Because when has anyone ever like dominated Alex in a decision, like easily beat him? Like you can't really. He's kind of a tricky guy to beat, beat minutes wise. Because if you're not knocking him out, he's going to be moving around and doing that weird striking on you. So yeah, I could, if it goes 15 minutes, I think it would be more competitive than the line suggests. But yeah, plus 550. I mean, that's not bad when you have someone that has like 15 UFC wins, but I just don't think he's going to get the job done here, And yeah, I was looking at that. What do you said you liked that Leal to get one takedown at plus money? You think that that's decent?
Yeah, I could definitely see it happening. It's a little tough to say because I also think that this could definitely play out on the feet. So I'm not sure if I would particularly bet it, but I don't hate it at all, especially getting plus money.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, next fight we got Bruno Ferreira taking on Armin Petrosian. What do you think about that fight?
Yeah, normally actually I fade Bruno in a lot of his fights. I even picked like Dustin Stolskis against him. But I like him here. I feel like as an underdog, I think this is going to be a really fun fight. If it gets extended, Petrosian is probably going to win a decision. But we just saw Petrosian get knocked out pretty badly before. I don't know. I'm gonna pass ultimately because I do. It's weird. Normally I pick Petrosian in almost all his fights, and I don't pick Ferreira. But something's been pulling me towards Ferreira. I just think he's more dynamic. His last fight obviously against Abus Magomedov didn't go his way, but I think he might show some improvements. Actually, he fought tough. He had some big moments in that fight, and he's just kind of a fighter that finds a finish one way or another, and I think he finds one here.
Yeah, I think that's just the question of the fight, because you look at Armin, I feel like he is better overall if on the feet, he's cleaner with the striking for sure, higher volume. He has really good hand speed, And that last fight where he got knocked out, I mean, I don't think anyone saw that shit coming, So it's like I can't blame him too much. That was pretty crazy the way that he got KO'd like that. It's like I don't think we've ever seen that in UFC history. And when he fought Christian Leroy Duncan, he was doing good at shutting down a lot of those spins and crazy offense, but he just got caught in that one, which Bruno could definitely catch him and knock him out. But I think if it goes longer, I think Arman is going to win, like you said. And I didn't think Bruno, like, he quit in that last fight, man. In round 3, it's like he went out there second round, went hard, tried to get the finish. And when he couldn't finish him in the second, right at the beginning of the third round, like, first 30 seconds, he's on his back and the fight's over. So I feel like the guy's kind of a quitter a little bit. So unless he goes out there and blitzes him, which he's definitely capable of doing, I think I'm going to go with the Arman here. So, but next fight, Josh Van versus Ray Saruya. Another interesting one. I saw this is the first time two fighters born in the 2000s are fighting each other. So that's kind of cool. Really cool. And I think Joshua Van's the younger guy, which that might be like the first time he's ever fought someone younger than him in his career. But I kind of agree with the line. I think Van is going to get the win here. Saruya, he's good, but I just don't think he's fought someone with the pressure, boxing, striking style of Van. And Van's getting better and better with his anti-grappling. Saruya, though, I mean, the guy's tricky. He's long, and if he gets him on the ground, and puts him in that grappling vortex, he maybe could catch him or get him tired and kind of grind it out. But I just think Van is going to wear him down, and he could even get a finish here. So we saw Saruya super tired versus Carlos Hernandez in round 3, and Hernandez doesn't have like a ton of stopping ability. So I think that Van maybe could put him out here. But what do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree. I like Van. I think we might actually be able to live bet Van after the first round. If Ray has a good first round, I would look to maybe look see what the live line is on Josh Van, because I think, like you said, he's gonna rally and take over this fight the later it goes, and I can see a stoppage too. I agree. I think Ray has a good base, but Josh Van is just more well rounded at this point in his career. You know what I mean? He's just his striking is levels above, and I think his striking, his grappling is better than Ray's striking. I think, because it's striker versus grappler matchup, really, in my opinion. And I think Van is a more well-rounded guy and will be able to stop the takedowns.
Yeah, kind of like the Roy Val fight with Tyra type thing.
Yeah.
It's similar matchup, honestly, because it's I guess obviously
Royval's a lot better grappler than Van.
But, he brings like crazy, a lot more dynamic striking. But even though I think Van, like, I like his striking more than Roy Val's, which might be like
cleaner.
But yeah. Next fight, we got Bobby Green versus Mauricio Huffy. So what do you think about this one? Do you think the line is correct here?
Yeah, you want to do that one or Curtis Blades first?
We can do the Blades one, my bad. I thought that fight was after for whatever reason.
No.
Yeah,
he's on the pay-per-view. Curtis
Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev. Yes, this is closing out the prelims. Yeah, man, I Kuniev didn't look in the greatest shape to be today, to be honest. I'll be honest about that, but I feel like there's value on him to win, man. I can't pick Curtis Blades at minus 340 after he just got knocked out in 60 seconds. Even if it was against Aspinall, it's like I just feel like if you're getting knocked out 3-4 times already in the UFC, you can't be a minus 350 at heavyweight. And Kuniev isn't like a crazy knockout guy, but I think Kuniev, his striking is decent, and looks like he has good dirty boxing. I don't know about his if he ends up on his back. I mean, he might just get finished. You don't really know. Like, I haven't seen him on his back too much, so. But I don't think Blades has looked the greatest in his fights recently either. Like, even versus Almeida, he was losing that whole fight, and then it was kind of that weird finish. So Kuniev maybe could push him and hold him against the fence like Almeida did as well. So, but what do you think here?
I agree. I'm on the dog. I'm on Kuniev. I think he might even, be able to get a takedown. On DraftKings, you can get that 0.5 takedowns. I don't think Curtis takedown's defense looked that amazing against Almeida. Obviously, Almeida is a great grappler, but it's just interesting matchmaking. You take this guy from Contender Series, who has had success outside the UFC, and throw him straight into the top 5 of the division. The guy who just fought for the belt. This is a big spot. Also, this fight did, get rescheduled. It originally was for UFC Seattle. So gotta take that. But Kuniev is over there, put in work at American Top Team. I know you said he didn't look great on the scales. He kind of has come in with the belly. It is what it is. I would have liked him see a little more toned up too. I agree. We were talking about that earlier in the week. But I'll stick to my guns here. I'll pick the dog. I think the line's off. I think he could get a knockout, or even if this fight goes 3 rounds, I think he might be able to get a decision.
Yeah, I agree. So Kuniev, I think he has value there. But moving on to the main card, we got Bobby Green versus Mauricio Huffy in this first fight. And yeah, like I was asking you, what do you think? Do you agree with this line here, him being almost 5-1 favorite?
I mean, it's high against Bobby Green, but he's gonna win. I'd be shocked. He's so big, so athletic. Bobby might have his moments. He might be able to keep it close, but Hoofy's gonna be landing the significant strikes here. He's gonna be the one doing the damage. I really believe, and ultimately, I think he shuts Bobby Green's lights off.
Yeah. I was telling you earlier, I was thinking I was going to maybe bet Huffy by KO. And you see him at plus 105 there. I don't know what book that is, but he's minus 150, minus 135-ish on a lot of books for the knockout. And I just don't know if I can get myself to that price, man. I mean, I feel like I would have wanted a better price tag, but I agree. I just think it's just his time now. Bobby's 38. He's lost 3 of his last 5 fights, and even the fight with Jared Gordon, I don't think he was looking super great in that one. So Hoofy probably could knock him out, but I do think that if Bobby can get out of the first round, if you look at that significant strikes, 47.5, I mean, I think he's going to easily get over that for sure. I mean, you look at almost all his fights, he has almost 100, if not over 100 significant strikes, and Huffy got hit almost 100 times his last fight versus Yontop. So I think if he can get out of the first, I don't think that's a bad play there. But if he gets knocked out early, I mean, might burn your money on that one. But yeah, I just feel like Huffy is.
That's the one thing is I think it could end early. It definitely. I think there's a chance.
Like the Jalen Green type of thing, or Jalen Turner type of thing. Jalen Green. But yeah, it definitely could. But if it doesn't get out of or if you can get out of the first, I think that'll be easy cash there. But yeah, I think we're both pretty solid on Huffy winning that one. But Amanda Lemos versus Yasmin Lucinda on this next one. I'm not too interested in this fight from a betting perspective. I mean, maybe if you look at Yasmin, I saw her take over 1.5 takedowns. I think that's decent. I mean, she'll probably be able to get 2 takedowns on Lemos, but I just don't know if she's going to do a lot of damage on top, and if Lemos can land 2 or 3 big strikes on the feet in 1 round or 2 rounds, she could win the fight. So I just don't really have a good read on it or really care about this fight too much. But I like the over on the takedowns, and yeah, what do you think about it?
I'm on Yasmin. I think she wins a decision here as the younger, hungrier fighter. I'll take the big youth advantage, huge age gap. I like the takedowns too. I don't think she really wants to be standing with Amanda Lemos, so let's hope she has a good game plan. Is mixing it up, but even on the feet, I think Lemos will be a lot crisper, a lot more powerful. But I think Lucindo can even it up with the volume. So I don't think it'll be a complete blowout if it stays standing. But I want to see Lucindo mix it up, and hopefully, she gets this win, kind of merges as a contender in this division.
Yeah, they need this win for Lemos or for Lucindo, because Lemos has been, she's older and already fought for the belt and all that. So I agree, but I do think like Marina Rodriguez, man, she was easily outstriking Lucindo, so that's the only thing that makes me like not firm on her winning. But yeah, what do you think about this next fight, Ignacio Bahamondes versus Jalen Turner?
I love this fight. I think it's going to be sick. I think Bahamondes wins. I've loved this kid since he came off Contender Series. I said he's going to be a stud. The one thing that worries me is eventually the weight cut, I think, is going to catch up to him. He's too big. I think on the feet here, he's sharper than Turner, to be honest. Turner obviously has the knockout power. He can put him away, is the one thing I'd be scared of. But dude, Bahamondes is a savage. If you go back and watch that Makadesi fight, he got landed some bombs on him. He's definitely got a chin on him. And this is a kid, he's one of the guys I talk about. The best base for MMA is the kids who were raised to be fighters, I believe. And he definitely falls under that category. Obviously, training with Bilal, getting some good work in. So, yeah, I think this is going to be like the rival of Ignacio Bahamondes into the top 15.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what the UFC wants, and I kind of agree that's what's going to happen. But, man, this is still a scary fight for Bahamondes, man, because he gets hit so much in all his fights. Like,
Yeah.
he needs to improve his defense, man, for sure, because if he gets hit with like a 1-1-2 from Jalen Turner early on, man, he definitely could get fucking knocked out, like, or dropped hard. So it's like he needs to be sharper in this fight and, maybe a little bit smarter. But I think that the cardio is going to be a big thing, man. You talked about Bahamondes' weight cut, and I don't disagree with that, but Turner cuts a ton of weight, and you see him get tired. And Bahamondes, even though he cuts all that weight, he doesn't really get too tired in his fights. He picks it up and has a lot of volume. So you watch like Dan Hooker versus Turner. I mean, Turner lost that fight because his volume went down in the second and third round, and he wasn't as active because I think he got a little tired. So if he doesn't finish him early, I think Bahamondes will pick it up on him and could maybe even take him out in that second or third. I mean,
Turner, what do you think of this? Bahamondes over 60 and a half strikes. I think that's a pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's good. The only thing though, it's just like I said, if he with these guys, man, like whether with Bahamondes, he's going to be throwing knees and head kicks and shit. Like if he knocks him out, I think maybe hedge it with him by KO. Because if he gets
or
if
fight
he goes
ends by KO,
yeah, because Turner, man, he hasn't been knocked out. Like I guess Moicano TKO'd him technically, but knocked out in a long time. But if you look like in the past, man, he had some fights where he got KO'd like brutally, like really bad. So I could see him getting slept, but he's super dangerous too, and he has his back against the wall here. Also, I mean, he hasn't fought in like a year, and he's on 2 losses in a row, so he kind of needs to win. But I still think Bahamondes is going to get the job done here. But yeah, man, co-main event time: Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. And this line's kind of remained pretty steady. I was surprised. I thought it would end up being like
me too. I thought for sure Justin would be the favorite.
But yeah, they still got Fiziev at minus 155, minus 160, Gaethje at plus 130, and I think it's exactly what Gaethje was saying. Like he was saying, you're surprised. Fiziev was saying you're surprised he was the favorite, but I think it's because Gaethje got knocked out really bad his last fight, and it wasn't just
he's taking the time off though. It's not like I don't really understand it. He's taking a year off.
Yeah, but I mean,
I guess just when you combine it with his age and you combine it with all the damage, okay, it makes sense. But I mean, bro, this is still Justin Gaethje we're talking about here. Let's not forget what he did in the fight before that when he knocked out Dustin Poirier.
No, I mean I agree with you because I'm picking Gaethje, but I just think it's just he's 37 too, so if he could come back and it's like a Tony Ferguson situation where you could fall off a cliff because he's taken a ton of damage, like war after war after war after war. So it's like maybe one fight he's gonna show up and it's gonna be like, damn, dude, like he's done. But I don't think it's gonna be this one, man. I feel like he still looks strong. It's still like he's still right there, man. If he wins this fight, I think there's like a 50-50 chance that he's going to fight for the belt. So
yeah, definitely, because that's a fresh matchup. Islam never fought him.
Exactly. And it's either Ilya or Justin. I mean, who else is it going to be if he wins? Because if he loses, I have no Islam has only one opponent, I guess only Ilya, because who would he fight if Justin loses?
Arman?
Yeah, but Dana already said that he was. I guess Dana could come back and
yeah, because Dana's word is fucking solid gold.
But I mean, dude, you don't want to I think Arman took out of that fight because he fucked up the weight cut, so it's like you want to do that again, type of thing. But maybe they have to, you know. But yeah, I think if Justin wins, there's a good chance he fights for the belt. So everything's on the line for him again here, even though he just lost his last fight. And man, Fiziev, dude, the guy hasn't fought in so long. He's coming in here at 8 days' notice. You think Gaethje's gonna get this job done, man? I just feel like. What do you think Fiziev's game plan is going to be? You think he's going to come like guns blazing early to just get the knockout, or you
I
think
mean,
it's
it depends what his car. I mean, I think he probably knows what his gas tank is. You know, if he knows he's not going to, and you know he faded in that third round against Gaethje. If he knows he can't hang the full three, he's gonna, I would think, try to just go all out in the first round. Or he might say, "Hey, let me be a little more tentative. Let me, you know, try to save it for the third round. You know, especially on the short camp. Let me actively not try to gas myself out." Which I think his best bet is to try to take Justin's head off.
yeah?
Honestly,
And I could see him being confident, like he could, just because Justin got KO'd his last fight, you know. So that's why I'm thinking like if Fiziev goes out there early and goes all out for the knockout, if he doesn't get it in the first round, he's done. You know, like I think Gaethje will take over the fight. So I kind of like this spot for Gaethje because it's like you said, either he's gonna play it safe, and I think Gaethje could rack up the minutes and kind of, or jump on him and get him out of there. And if he goes hard and can't finish Gaethje, I think Gaethje could kind of take over down the stretch. So I like the plus 130, but like I said, I mean, one of these fights I knew for sure. I mean, just with his style, man, he's gonna show up and not look the same. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about the? Do you think it's gonna be a decision again? You think it's
yeah, I
gonna
got
be
Gaethje
a finish?
decision.
You got the decision, so
Yeah, maybe though you look at like round three and Gaethje. I know Billy, our boy Billy, likes to do those like round three dash decision. I don't normally bet him, but you know it's just a little tough to. I really don't understand this line. To me, it's a rat line. You know, it's a trap. It's too good to be true. You know, how is Gaethje the underdog? If he was the one on short notice, all right, I get it. But he's had the full camp. He was preparing for Dan Hooker. You know, preparing to go to war.
yeah. I mean, I agree, but it's like, yeah, like you said, he's looking all wrinkly and dry. I mean, we'll see. I mean, dude, one of these fights, it's gonna happen. But I was thinking too, he's gonna bring the. That kind of made me nervous in a way because I don't know if that means like he's trying to pump himself up, like he's not having a good camp when he's saying he's gonna bring out the World Series of Fighting, Gaethje, and all that type of shit. But it could just be like he's gonna try to go on one last run and be super aggressive, you know, whatever he's thinking. But I don't think Gaethje's gonna be one of these guys where after that knockout he's gonna come out here and be super tentative or anything like that. It's just gonna be if he is there like athletically, you know, and durability wise. But yeah, man, hopefully JG gets one more done. And I was looking too, like I like the over on the strikes for both these guys. The first fight they fought, I think they both had over 120 strikes landed, but about like I think Gaethje had over 100 significant strikes and Fiziev had like 95. So I think Gaethje's at 81 and a half, Fiziev's 82 and a half. So if you like the decision, I mean, what do you think about that? You think they're
Yeah,
gonna
I completely agree. We saw it already play
yeah.
out once. You know.
And
I
especially
like the Gaethje over more than Fiziev, you know, of course, but
yeah. But I see them both landing for sure.
yeah,
Like I
definitely.
don't
I
think
think
it's
they
gonna
could
be
both
like
easily go over.
yeah. So but yeah, man, that's gonna be a great fight. I'm definitely like
I'm gotta say I am a little disappointed we're not getting Dan Hooker versus Gaethje. I mean that one was really having me hype, and this is sick too, but it just doesn't have like Dan Hooker versus Gaethje. Like that's just a bloodbath, man. Like that's just a,
yeah.
you know, that's just a. I was so excited.
Especially fucking blonde, fucking Hooker, dude, blonde hair.
Blonde,
Like,
yeah.
he's like a different person. He's walking you down like a Terminator. But dude, I couldn't see it. Honestly, I could not see him walking down Gaethje like that. Like if he did, all power to him, dude. But bro, we've seen him
I
fight
would
like
have been on
Edson.
Gaethje in that fight too.
We've seen
Yeah.
him fight like Edson Barbosa and shit. Remember that fight when Hooker
Yep.
fought Edson? That was.
Destroyed. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that would have been a good night for him. I think he got lucky. He pulled out, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong. You know, he's been doing really good recently, but I agree that would have been a crazy ass fight. But yeah, man, I mean, the replacement is good though. I've seen some people bitching about it, but it's like You
Who
can't
else
get
were you
much
gonna do?
better.
You can't get Dustin. You're not gonna
I
people
think
people who
Arman
are
said
saying Ilya are a little, to me, stupid. How's Ilya the champion gonna take a fight on 8 days notice? Like, come on, let's be serious. Like
yeah.
people were really thinking we were gonna get Ilya Taporia versus Justin Gaethje on 8 days notice. Like they were really thinking that.
Dude, that would have been crazy though.
I mean, it's a crazy fight, but come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. Ilya though, I think he's gonna he's teasing something, so he's gonna announce something soon, I feel like. But yeah, man, if Gaethje wins this one, we'll see if he gets a title shot or what's next for him. But yeah, that's gonna be sick for sure. And for Fiziev, I'm just glad Fiziev's back and got a fight though, because another thing about it is, dude, he was I follow him on Instagram and he's been asking for a fight for like 6 months straight, like every day. So it's like, you know what I mean? He finally got that shit and he accepted it. So shout out to him, man, for accepting that, flying across the world. He
He
already got
said
his
he said at first he didn't think it was gonna happen.
Fiziev, you're saying?
Yeah, he's like the UFC reached out and then it looked like it wasn't gonna happen. He's like, I ate a kilo of ice cream or something, and then he got called the next day and they said you're in.
Yeah, that's sick though. So hopefully it's gonna be a badass fight. But yeah, man, main event time. We got Alex Pereira takes on Magomed Ankalaev. Fight we've been waiting for a long time, and I think we're on opposite sides in this one, so it should be a good breakdown here. But yeah, man, tell me why you think Ankalaev's gonna get the win here.
I mean, because I believe he's the more well-rounded martial artist. He has the more tools to win the fight. And I think even where Alex is best, I think Ankalaev will be able to hang. I don't really see a world where Pereira survives on the ground with Ankalaev, to be honest, throughout 5 rounds. If Ankalaev I mean, look what he did in the 5th round to Jan. If he puts that on Pereira, I think he gets him out of there. And I think on the feet, yeah, it's going to be a slow fight, honestly. I think it might be, kind of a lot of movement, staring at each other, not too much engagement, a lot of kicks, I think. I think we see a lot of kicking out of these two. And yeah, I got Ankalaev. I like him by 3, 4, 5 KO. I think he kind of breaks down Alex. I've been on the Ankalaev train for much longer than I should. And he looked really shitty in his last fight. I think I actually might have been the only time I ever picked against him. I picked Rakic, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think this is finally the time he gets the job done. People have been calling him the dark horse for years and years. He's been saying he's the best in division for so long. And if Poetan wins, I'm not a hater. I'm not an Alex hater by any means. I love him. I got the Alex t-shirt. If he wins it, it'll be awesome because he'll be a fucking megastar. He'll be the biggest star in the UFC since Conor. He'll be, his next fight after this, whether it's Usyk, whether it's Sean, his next fight after this is going to be astronomical if he wins. But this is a hell of a test, dude. This is a hell of a test. And I just think, Ankalaev's just not the man to be a stepping stone,
Yeah, I hear you, but I got to go with Alex, man. I got to go with Pereira here. And, man, I just feel like Ankalaev's grappling and wrestling gets super overrated, man. You look at his fight with Jan, he was 0 for 13 on his first 13 takedown attempts. He didn't get a takedown until like 30 seconds left in the 3rd round. So, I mean, I feel like on the feet, he's a tailor-made matchup for Alex, the way that he strikes, because he's going to come forward. He's going to be the pressure fighter. He likes to pressure you. He feints you out. And then in the pocket, I think he's better than Alex. Like, if he can actually get him against the fence and, like, force exchanges, it's going to be super dangerous. Like, because if he gets hit one time, he's going to be out. And I don't think he has that kind of power himself. But I think he throws better boxing combos, like, on the inside. But he never goes first. He's always waiting to counter. He's feigning you. And Alex is going to chop his legs, man. Even if Ankalaev's
that's the biggest fear for me, is I think the leg kicks. But I mean, he's got to know. He's got to, if we're fucking sitting here saying that, he's got to be preparing for it. There's no way he's not, But it's one thing to prepare for something. It's another to be able to stop it.
Every single fighter that fights Alex knows that he's going to throw leg kicks. It's like,
and then, I mean, I'm sure once they actually feel just one of them, it's like, fuck. dude.
Yeah,
This guy just kicks me with hickory oak legs.
and it's like if Ankalaev gets him down, it will be trouble though because I think he's gonna land like heavy ground and pound, but he doesn't have like a submission threat. So
Yeah, yeah.
if he takes him down, like the only way he's gonna finish him is if he gets Alex in a position where he just quits and doesn't want to. He can't move out of the position or whatever. But he's not gonna like. I don't think he's gonna pound him out unconscious. I don't see him like doing anything crazy on the ground, man. So even if he takes him down, I think that he could. The next round, they're gonna come back, and Alex is gonna be able to start striking again. And I don't know. I just feel like Pereira is gonna knock him out at some point. And also, dude, I feel like there also is a chance he. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I do think Pereira's at one point gonna threaten a guillotine that looks close, and it'll be like he like almost submits him, but I don't think he's gonna get it though. But yeah, I just feel like Pereira. It's a good time for him to fight Ankalaev too. With just I think Ankalaev would have wanted to fight him later in the year in freaking Saudi Arabia where everything was on his terms. But I think Alex, he fought him in the U.S. and Ankalaev hasn't fought in the U.S. in a long time. That's another thing to get like. I know he trains here and all that, but I don't know. I feel like this is a fight for Pereira to get the job done. But yeah, man. I mean, the line's like it is for a reason. Where it's
No, I
basically
mean
a pick 'em.
he fought in the U.S. last year against it was Johnny Walker was in the Apex.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know why. For some reason I thought he had like all his fights over in like
I
Israel.
mean, maybe that's how the Dagestanis roll,
Yeah. If they
But
can,
no,
though.
he's had most of his fights actually in the U.S. It was really only the one fight against
Rockets.
yeah, and then the Johnny Walker no contest too was over there.
Yeah. So like recently he's been fighting there a little bit, but yeah. Yeah. Either way though, I just feel like I don't know. I don't think Ankalaev is just gonna out there and take him down easily. I feel like Alex is a lot bigger than him too, man. That's one thing that I think people kind of overlook with Alex is how big he is, and
Because I mean, he fought at middleweight. It's just crazy
yeah,
that he fought there.
and even Jan, I guess Jan was taking him down though, which that is not the best look for sure because Ankalaev took down Jan with no legs, like he had no legs and he was taking him down still, but. Like I said, he was 0 for 13 or something like that on takedowns at one point versus Jan. But yeah, man, whoever wins that one, I think is clearly the best light heavyweight in the world. Because like, there's always been that question with Alex, like, is he better than Ankalaev? But if he beats him, man, I don't think anyone could claim that there's any other light
Well, I mean,
heavyweight.
Jamal Hill will probably be saying,
Yeah, Jamal Hill's gonna be trying to get in the octagon after the fight.
face off with him in there.
Nah, but yeah, man. I mean, dude, that would be like cement him as one of the best ever in UFC. I guess he's already one of the best in UFC history, but if he
Dude,
wins this,
if he
yeah.
wins, he's gonna be such a superstar. His next fight is gonna be insane.
I
So
mean, if
that's
he
why, as
fights
much
for
as I'm
the
thinking
third,
Ankalaev, I mean, I kind of want you kind of have to be rooting for Alex.
yeah, if he
I
fights
feel
for,
like I don't know. Can I wear the Poton shirt if I'm betting on Ankalaev? I don't think I can. That's crazy.
you could try the reverse jinx shit, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know who are you gonna be. Who you're gonna be cheering for Ankalaev though? Or
Yeah,
you're gonna
of
be cheering
course,
for
of course.
for Alex?
I mean, that's kind of like I'm a win-win. If I win, I'm hyped. Poton just got a sick knockout, probably.
Yeah,
But whatever. I really think. I mean, come on, the line's silly, bro. Ankalaev shouldn't be the underdog. There's a reason it opened it. Wait,
I
look
don't.
at where the line opened. Let's pull it
I
up.
mean, dude, where's Ankalaev's like? What's his big marquee win?
Oh, I guess I'm stupid.
Yeah.
Pereira opened up as a favorite. I
Yeah.
completely thought it was the other way around.
I mean, maybe when they first were gonna fight, like when they like, because they probably did like a future line or something a year ago or something, maybe. I don't know. Because they've been talking, like I said, they've been talking about this fight for a long time, where they did
Yeah.
probably put out like a future line before in the past and stuff. But like I was saying, what is Jan's like, or I mean, what's his marquee win? Magomed.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Johnny
definitely not that
Walker.
Rakic, man. He's just I mean,
Because he
come on,
didn't even
he's
beat.
kind of cleared out the division though. He beat Krylov, he beat Smith, he beat Thiago Santos.
Bro, these guys are.
But who else is there to fight? He's beaten all of them.
He doesn't fight though. Ankalaev
But
fights
he's
once a
beaten all the
year.
guys. I mean, who hasn't he beaten?
He
Roundtree?
hasn't beaten
I mean,
Roundtree.
he's
He hasn't
beaten
beaten Jamal Hill. He hasn't beaten Yuri. He didn't beat Jan. I mean, he didn't
almost.
beat a lot of guys, bro. I mean, I don't.
He's got a lot of solid. It's not like he's fighting
He's beating
nobody.
guys that aren't even in the top 15. Is Johnny Walker in the top 15 to
I
you?
don't think so. All right,
Is
whatever.
Anthony Smith?
Thiago
Is I mean,
Santos.
Rockets is top 15, but he hasn't won in 5 years, dude. When's the last time Rockets won a fight? 2019 or something? Like literally, it hasn't been a long time. But he got injured. But like Thiago has like lost 15 fights in a row in PFL, dude. But I guess Krylov is a beast, though. Like I'll give him the Krylov win. That's a good win for sure because I'm a fan of Krylov. And then I'm not trying to shit on Magomed. I guess it's just light heavyweight, like you said. They don't have a ton of like crazy talent. But look at like Alex's. He's only had 4 fights at light heavyweight, and I think he's beaten better fighters by far. Like it's not even comparable. Like beating Yuri, Jamal Hill, and Roundtree, those guys are like better than any win that Magomed has, to me. But I mean, it is a way different matchup, though. Like, dude, if he gets taken down with the first takedown, I'm gonna be like, fuck, I'm gonna be sitting there.
It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot. People are gonna be mad.
This is some Alex Pereira propaganda. Yeah, I mean, dude, maybe I'm being a fanboy. I don't have any money on the fight, so it's like take my.
Come on, you got to put some money on the main event.
I probably will cave and put some money on it. I don't have. I'm not.
No official play. Come on, we're not watching pay-per-view main event with not a little action.
Yeah, but it's like it's not. I'm sitting here like sounding super confident, but at the end of the day, I'm not putting any money on him. So that shows like my confidence level, you know. But I agree with the line, and I'm just thinking that Alex is going to get the job done. I also think this is a huge moment for Magomed, man. I mean, if he steps up and performs and it's like there's no jitters and he looks perfect, then I'll never doubt him again, like in a big moment. But, dude, he's never even – I mean, he hasn't had a big fight, dude, ever.
I mean, he fought for the title, though.
He did, yeah, but it was vacant, and it was like – it wasn't like –
It's a pretty big fight.
He didn't even win, though.
Yeah, true.
Like, Alex Pereira beat Jan, dude. Like, and Magomed has been fighting for like 10, like 50.
I mean, Alex didn't really convincingly beat Jan. Let's be real.
I thought Jan won, but still, though, he beat him on paper, though. And Magomed didn't. But, dude, you could tell, like, the striking level was way different, though. Like, dude, when Jan was on the feet with Alex, and Jan was outstriking Magomed easily, dude. Like, he was dominating him on the feet. He was like, he basically turned him into like the no leg man, dude. Pretty much.
But I mean, not for nothing, Magomed did come back and win the last 2 rounds of the fight. You know,
that's what has me crumbled. Like, if I didn't see that, like, obviously he wouldn't be in this situation probably, but I would think prayer all day and bet on him. But dude, he was taking him down with no freaking legs, so that is scary. It's like. But dude, other fights he doesn't have that takedown ability, so it's weird. It's like maybe he's gonna come in here super sharp with the wrestling and dominate him and make me look like an idiot. But I don't know. I'm gonna ride the freaking fanboy way with
funny.
Alex.
I think we agreed on every single fight till the main event, and then we're just gonna be further apart.
But this is a good card, man. I know it's not like there's not like anything. It's not like a crazy pay per view. I feel like there's been better pay per views this year.
It's a big fight. It's a big fight at the top. Alex now he's in big fights, and you know I really hope it's not the case. But this might be the pinnacle of the Pereira era. You know, this might be his biggest fight.
Yeah, I think always his biggest fights, like
will be
Izzy, when you look back at it, are the Izzy ones. But yeah, this is like a huge. It's like huge.
A lot more people. Like, people knew Pereira when he was fighting Izzy, but he's a lot bigger of a star now.
Yeah,
you know, after UFC 300, you know, he really shot into superstardom.
All right. I don't know, dude. If you want to come on here, it'll be like 5 minutes, then we're gonna get out of here, bro. But I'll put this. I'll put the link in there. But yeah, man, because we've been talking about the main event for a little bit. But yeah, dude. Honestly, it's like I said, it's not like the craziest names, but the fights are bangers though, especially with like
Yeah,
fucking.
it's gonna be a sick card. I can't wait.
Yeah, dude. It's always fun when you're going there, so it's gonna be sick. Like,
Oh, you're going?
yeah, I'm gonna be.
Bro, let's go. That's sick. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I actually got good tickets too. Like, well, I got
That's
tickets
so
like,
hype.
where I usually sit, like, which is like in the lower bowl. But dude, like when you're getting that shit for international fight week and stuff last year, I paid like the same amount for 2 tickets. Like I paid like whatever, like $13.50 for 2 tickets downstairs, and that was like the price of one fucking last year, dude. So I was happy about that shit. The price went down like significantly.
Yeah, that's sick.
Dude, I feel like last year, dude, they were fucking raping people with the price, like on the.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
apparently the UFC Seattle tickets were very expensive. So, I mean, bro, when they come over here, it's brutal. I mean, the MSG tickets were brutal, and even I didn't go to Newark, but the Newark tickets were brutal. When I went to the fight night in AC, it wasn't bad at all.
Is the Bilal one is there, right? Isn't
No,
that in?
I think we're getting fucking Pantoja versus.
Oh, Pant. It's
Yeah,
316.
yeah, I think so. Which is whatever.
Isn't that Pena's on there?
Yeah, versus Kayla
Versus
Harrison.
Kayla, dude, she's gonna get wrecked, bro. Fuck, because I like Julie, dude. I'm like a big fan because she made me a lot of money, dude. That was the first time I made over like 5 figures on a bet, which was like that was a long ass time when I bet on Amanda, or on her versus Amanda, and but dude,
That must be so awesome.
Yeah, that was sick because I was there too at that fight. Fucking finished her, dude.
Just
That
going
was
nuts.
Yeah, bro. And then like I'm trying to like or what's up, dude? But
What's
yeah,
up,
it's
man?
just this fight. I'm trying to like find a way to say she's gonna win, but I just don't see it, dude. Because her takedown defense sucks. So it's like,
Dude, Juliana Pena, in my opinion, is one of the, and I'm not even trying to be funny, one of the top 5 MILFs in the UFC.
yeah, that's true.
Would you agree?
I mean, I don't know all the girls that are moms in UFC, but yeah, I think Julie looks good though. She's hot.
Yeah, definitely. I like Pereira in the main event though.
Pereira, yeah.
Yeah, the Jan fight, it's like he's not great at checking low kicks. He's not great at checking low kicks, and also I don't think it's just as simple as take Pereira down. He's been working with Glover on his grappling for a few years now, and something else I've noticed is that he doesn't, when he does get taken down, he doesn't leave a lot of room for error. And I'm not saying he's some great grappler. I'm just saying that he doesn't look to get up. He just kind of holds the guy down, and he doesn't really give up his back. Have you guys noticed that?
Who, Alex?
Yeah, he kind of just holds him down because he doesn't want to, try to get up and
when he fought
Izzy.
Yeah, when he fought Izzy, he did, and Izzy
that's Izzy
pounding the shit out of him on the ground.
Well, and that was multiple years ago. That was the first fight as well. But I don't
And it
think
was
it's 85 as well, dehydrated, etc. I just don't think it's as simple as take Alex down. Every fight
I don't
starts.
think it is either. I think Ankalaev will hang on the feet.
I don't know about that, dude. Maybe
I think we're
boxing
gonna see.
range. I've always thought Pereira has
Ankalaev is a good kicker. He's
not
very
compared to
intelligent.
Alex. If Ank has success when striking, it's boxing range, because I've always felt like Pereira, his boxing defense isn't.
I don't understand how Ankalaev is the underdog. I mean, are we all how are we all on the hype train for the main event, but no one's on Justin Gaethje as the underdog?
I'm on Gaethje. I don't understand the
I
odds
mean, all
there.
of us. You would think the public would
Shoma.
steam Gaethje, though. No,
I mean,
no, I don't understand those
I
odds.
couldn't believe the line didn't.
On one hand, dude. On one hand, it's like, sure, Gaethje is coming off a horrible knockout loss, but Fiziev is coming off an injury and a 1.5-year layoff.
And on 6 days' notice.
Yeah.
Where was Fiziev? Where was Fiziev when he got this call?
I don't get those odds.
Thailand.
Thailand, so about as far away from Las Vegas in the entire world as you could possibly be.
Tiger Muay Thai,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
and one entire of those days is just a flight. Because to Thailand, that's a 24-hour flight.
Yeah.
So
Well, he
that's
had
7.
8 days notice. So yeah, pretty much
So then we're on
he's
7
been there
days.
for like 6
Then
days.
the time chain is 12 hours. So you land and you just are
Yeah.
asleep for another
And
24 hours.
boys, I rewatched the first fight. I've actually been doing a lot of my tape lately at the public library because they have computers there. I got a computer card and it works really faster connection. So I did all my tape this week at the public library on the computer. I rewatched the first fight on YouTube, and Fiziev had success in the first round, but rounds 2 and 3, Gaethje was catching the kicks. He even got a takedown towards the end. I'm not saying he's going to utilize the wrestling, but it's there for him. I didn't see Fiziev have much success with the kicks in rounds 2 and 3, and his style, that explosive, kicking style, it's only going to get easier to deal with when you fight him the second time around.
Yeah, I think it's more about Gaethje, like where he's at in his career than Fiziev.
Yeah.
Where it's like if he's 80%, he'll probably win, But if he's
Yeah,
not,
I got Gaethje by decision.
yeah, I feel you on that. I like
And
Gaethje.
I got Chuma by round 1 or 2 knockout. Chuma.
When has Ankalaev ever even been hurt in a fight?
Thiago Santos.
He got dropped by that black bum guy.
Dalcha?
Dalcha?
Dalcha fucking dropped his ass, dude. Big Dalch. So,
Dalcha champion.
Yeah, Dalcha.
That's his name, right? Champion?
Yeah.
No, it's Lungi Mbola or some shit.
I know, but his nickname.
Yeah, Dalcha champion.
And then he put on a fucking highlight reel.
Nah, yeah, he fucking kicked his head off. Yeah.
Dalcha's a fucking beast, though. He's built.
Yeah, dude, I remember he fought Edmund, and he actually was rocking Edmund, and then Edmund
He won round 1.
the fuck out. But yeah, he won the first round. Yeah, but yeah, Dalcha didn't last out. He got it in the UFC. He was already 36.
So what are some of your other predictions, Justin? Any bets? You got what? $75 to play with?
I lost all my money 2 weeks ago, two cards ago. So I'm thinking of getting.
you lost most of the money before the card even started.
I know.
On online blackjack.
I know, and it was rough because I lost it on the Javid fight. He was looking good.
Damn,
I was at.
Oh yeah,
I told you bet on Ricky Simone.
Yeah, but I thought if he would win, it would be the wrestling, and he wasn't getting any takedowns.
He's not taking down fucking Ricky, dude. Be for real, dog.
I said that if Ricky win, I thought it would be the wrestling, and he was not getting any takedowns.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, Javid was piecing him up, and then he got caught.
Yeah, that was a crazy knockout, though. He was out so bad, dude.
Yeah, they showed him he was breathing heavy and shit.
His career is that was bad for his career for sure. I don't know what he's gonna do next.
Yeah, and also I really like Aldo against Ariel.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about that fight really at all.
It's a weird matchup though. I was hoping they'd give Aldo some legacy fight.
Yeah, there's just not that there's not that many guys at 45 anymore. At 35.
35. Yeah.
A lot of them are the guys that he could have fought, like Frankie and Dominic Cruz and all those guys.
Yeah, I would have loved an Aldo Cruz fight.
I'm trying to think who could he what other
Hey,
fight.
Rob Font. Why don't you do Rob Font versus Aldo? Did they make that fight already?
Already happened.
They already fought, yeah.
Aldo already beat him, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They dropped him in every round.
It was a good fight though. I think Font fucked him up. His face was destroyed.
That's every Font fight where he's got the volume each round, but he just loses these big moments. He gets dropped and it costs him the round where he was outlaying them, 60-40.
Yeah, Font's a beast though. That guy's he's one of the best 135s ever for sure.
Yeah.
What about Aldo versus Cheeto? That's a sick fight.
Already happened.
Yeah, they fought too.
Aldo backpacked him for the third round. It wasn't that great of a fight.
Kind of sucked. I don't know if you remember it. Aldo,
I remember.
He boxed him up in the first, and then
and then he took.
He had that fight. He had that tattoo, that military shit. I remember that.
Yeah, He did a boxing camp or something. His boxing looked good early on.
Yeah, he was doing something with like the military for them or something. But dude, I could see him like I would have rather him like if he was gonna fight like a random guy, like they should have given him like Yanez or some shit. Like a fight like that would have been cool.
Yanez? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like if they're gonna give him
He
Amen,
should beat Yanez. He would probably beat Yanez.
Yeah, it's just I guess Yanez has been losing though. Like he's lost like what 3 in a row or some shit.
Yeah, one in a row. He had that knockout over forget his name, but he did have a comeback.
Yeah. But I know he got KO'd by Martinez and Rob though.
Yeah.
And then he lost to Marcos, right, or somebody else.
Yeah, he lost the split to that undefeated guy. What's your reasoning for that Kuniev pick? I checked out your description video you put out this week.
Aldo versus Figgy.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah. There's some fights like, but yeah, Amen. I thought that was a weird one too. Like I didn't get why they. I guess honestly, it's because there probably is like 0 good Canadian male fighters. So it's like if he wins, he's the only one. I mean, there's him and Malat, but I don't think Malat is that good. Like,
yeah,
Amen is at least like top 15 level. But
well, there's Jasmine Jasdavicius.
what I'm saying for guys,
she's a woman.
Yeah,
she's a woman. So no plays on the card, Justin.
Well,
no, I'm trying to get a job and save up a few hundred, and I want to get back to gambling in May. I want to be back on YouTube in May.
Nice.
I was
like
getting
did the fight tape at the library. Like you don't have any predictions, any.
Oh, it's just fun for me. Even if I don't have money involved, I like doing tape and whatnot.
We talked about the card. Pick one fight. You don't got anything.
I mean, you think you have one?
I wanted to hear your reasoning for the Kuniev fight. I kind of just think Blade's raw checks him.
Yeah, he could, but I don't know. I just think the odds are good, dude. I mean,
yeah,
Kuniev is his lead hand offense looks good, so it's like if he can use the jab a little bit on the feet, it'll probably be somewhat close.
That's that dude. That's that fucking Dagestani privilege. He's getting Blades for his first fight. Top 10 guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who dude. Heavyweight sucks so bad, bro. Like,
yeah.
if you give anyone like outside the top 10, he'd just win easily.
Well, actually, one play I like, and the odds were actually really good on this guy early in the week, but I still feel like he should be minus 160.
Who?
Yes, I like Guti by decision.
Yeah, I think Gutierrez is gonna get that done. He should win. But.
Yeah, I don't get the odds, man.
Weird circumstances to the fight, though. They both.
He had the thing about Guti is his takedown defense isn't great, but he looks really good in the first 2 rounds against Song. He was really puzzling him with the footwork and the striking, and Song had to lean on the wrestling.
Yeah. But it's just because, like he was saying, didn't Gutierrez, he had like a fight and then it got canceled and then he got this one. So it's like, I don't think he had like a lot of time, but
yeah.
But Castaneda, he was gonna fight. Castaneda was gonna fight someone else, right? He was gonna fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They both had their fights rearranged.
I feel like Douglas Silva's way different, so much different than Gutierrez.
Yeah,
tougher fight
versus volume.
Well, just the style, like, dude, he's
Guti's a tougher fight.
The whole camp, like, trying to get ready for some small, like, inside fighter guy.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, what do you think about Josh Van? Justin, you like Van or Surya?
This fight, I feel like, depends on Van's takedown defense. If his takedown defense is able to hold up, he probably gets to the Asian with the boxing. It kind of just depends on his takedown defense.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, but you think he's gonna win though?
I don't hate the odds on Ray.
Yeah, dude, that's like your era shit, dude. 2000s fighters, first time.
Yeah. I actually got my driver's license today. Well, like the whole paper and thing. I got my driver's license card.
You have a car?
A driver's license. I got it today. I got it mailed today.
No, I'm saying, do you have a car?
No, no, not yet.
Oh, damn, that's good, dude.
Parents do, but not myself.
Yeah, if you are you gonna get a car? Or are you just gonna like use your parents' shit car?
Probably use my parents for the foreseeable future, man.
Word, yeah. But yeah, bro, thanks for coming on. Is that you don't got any other like picks you're confident in and shit?
I like Guti by decision. I think that's a solid play. I think the odds are really solid on Ray to Surya. I like Pereira by knockout. I really like Gaethje at those odds. I really do like Gaethje at those odds. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Ruffy should win, but those odds are way too wide. I could see Green having a good rounds 2 and 3. Ruffy he kind of slowed down in his last fight against that bum. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, word. Yeah, man.
I mean, you think there's value on Green?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean,
I think he loses, but I think the odds are a bit wide.
the odds are wide, but I mean, he always loses like these type of matchups, man. It's like even if it's a split decision, he's gonna probably
He has no hope.
not no hope, but it's just like I don't know. I just can't like. Can you picture him actually like getting his hand raised at the end of the night and shit? Like
It's hard. It's very hard to.
yeah, bro. I just can't picture that shit, dog. So, but yeah, man. Thanks everyone for watching the stream and coming through. Appreciate it. But yeah, man. Feel like we got some good info. I'm gonna try to. Me and Fitz are gonna put out this other video tomorrow. Most likely, we're gonna do some props and stuff. Give you guys some plays. So
I'll join in, man. I'll keep it professional.
just inviting yourself into the video. Thanks, guys. Follow TikTok Fitzmagic MMA. Enjoy the fights, guys. I know we're all trying to make some money, but just make sure, no matter what you got on the line, just enjoy that moment before when Bruce Buffer's announcing, because that's a big title fight tomorrow. That's a fucking banger, man. I can't wait.
Good 1-2 banger. Good co-main and main. Thanks for
having me,
dude.
Man. Everyone, make sure stay strapped up like Cheeto Vera for sure, dude. So, all right, peace out.
Yeah.